right, Jesse on fire. Welcome back, you guys, because as I was headed back to my hotel from World Masters, get ready for CJI, I'm like, oh, I wonder how the Darren Till fight's going. And he had literally seconds earlier, flatlined Luke Rockhold. And I just wanted to come do a live stream about it. But then in my effort to find clips of the knockouts, Darren Till knocked out Rockhold, Tony Ferguson knocked out Salt Papi, Dillon Danis finished his guy in 15 seconds. I was just looking for like clips that I could use. I found a bunch of them because like you can't show the official broadcast on YouTube. It'll get blocked. Like I would probably get through the live stream and then they would immediately just completely block it. No one would be able to watch. So I'm looking for other clips. And I found so many clips, like everybody in like the front rows was filming. And so I have like really, really, really good clips of these knockouts that we're going to look out. And then we're going to talk about some stuff. What's up, Yuzefa? How are you, dude? Dude, Tony got after it, man. Like, hey, just as an example, but there's a million more. Let's just watch this knockout real quick. Oops. Woo! Again. Oh. That one right there is one of the best videos ever that someone got of a knockout from the crowd. Like real talk. That one that was just on right there, like this one. Like this from a seat video, maybe the best I've ever seen. Look at that, dude. Oh, that is bananas, dude. Bananas. So look, first takeaway. What's Jake Paul doing again now? Like Jake Paul's fighting Gervonta Davis, who's like 100 pounds lighter than him, and it's an exhibition, so they can't even punch each other hard. Okay. You want a real fucking fight for Jake Paul that you can sell? There it is, dude. Take a risk, take a risk. Obviously, I don't ever hate on Jake Paul. I love Jake Paul. Okay. He's for lots of reasons, but just objectively, like Jake Paul needs to fight Darren Till now. Like that's just what it is, dude. This is a real challenge. Like this is a real guy who can knock you out, who is in his prime, who's coming off that. Like you fight Darren Till is the fight for Jake Paul, period. Like I'm not saying necessarily that Jake can't beat him. I'm saying that's the fucking fight. Nobody cares about Gervonta Davis. I don't care about that fight. If I don't care about a fight, no one cares about the fight, okay? If I'm walking down the street and two homeless crackhead women are going to fight, I will watch it. I would rather watch two homeless crackhead women fight than an exhibition of any kind where I know they're not trying to knock each other out, okay? Cat's out of the bag on the exhibitions. We already knew probably in advance with the Roy Jones Jr. thing, going into the Tyson fight, then the actual fight validated. The exhibitions, like, you're not going to trick us again. We know it's a fucking sparring match. No one's trying to knock each other out, which makes it not interesting, okay? This is the fight. And they're the same size, dude. That's the fight. Jake Paul, Darren Till. Now, speaking of Paul brothers and fights, just in case there were any misconceptions about the takeaway from the Logan Paul, Dillon Danis boxing match, which I said 1,000 times. I was like, this is funny, but for the record, if this was an MMA fight, Logan couldn't last 1 minute with Dillon Danis. Like, not a minute. Dillon would immediately submit him. Like, he would just submit him immediately and was like, oh my God, dude. I said Dillon is legit in MMA because he has that like really vicious offensive jiu-jitsu. Now, I'm not saying he's like fighting like a really high level guy here, but look at how easy this was. That's it, dude. That's it. That's it. So you really gonna make me put you in timeout? You fucking come on, dude. Don't make me waste my time with shit. You're on timeout now. Right? I told you guys, huh? Dillon, surprised you. I didn't know how the guy. I told you guys, dude. How many times did I say that about like when the Logan and Dillon thing was happening? How many times did I say that? Where I was like, people are sleeping on Dillon in MMA. And I tried to show his Bellator fights, and I was just like, are you guys not seeing what I'm seeing? Like, I know he's fighting, guys that are not super experienced, but like, look with your eyeballs. Like, look at how he moves. Like, you can see he is a problem in MMA, dude. And obviously, this guy's no different than those guys, really. But Dillon is a fucking completely different universe in MMA than he is in boxing. Dude, welcome, Shane Polliman. What's up? I'm about to head over to Craig Jones Invitational, son. You don't think that Till is going to make sense after Tank? He needs to fight seasoned boxers in their prime, or else the stench of MMA guys turned amateur boxers will continue. I agree with you if there's anybody else, dude. Anybody else. Bill! You guys, my boy just showed up. And hey, you know how I came up here? I've only been live streaming for 6.5 minutes. I did every other thing that I needed to do before I started. Like, I'm dressed, packed, everything. Bro, have you seen the knockout? Have you seen the knockout video of Rockhold getting just like flat? Here, come here. Look at this one, dude. Hold on. Look at hold on. Where is it? Here we go. This one is there's two. Watch this other angle though.
Knees buckled.
Bro, just flatline. And did you see the pictures of him like
afterwards?
Yeah, like folded up in the log. Oh my god, look at this, dude. Here, everybody, you guys come with us. Luke Rockhold knocked out. Like, just go to images. Like, bro, hang on. Look at that. Right, look at this one.
Oh, dude.
Oh wait, they can't see that. There we go. Yeah. How bad? That's a bad look, dude.
Damn.
Yeah. And Till, the other thing too is Till knocked him down too in the he knocked him down in the round prior. I'll show you guys that right now. So this is one of those ones where like I can only show you about 2 seconds of it, but I queued it up perfect so you guys can see the knockout. Watch this. Boom. Oh, look at that. YouTube already took that video down, but you guys got to see it. That was a knockdown. He lit him up, dude. Lit him up hard. Okay, now let's look at Tony Ferguson, dude, because check this out. Like Tony Ferguson, I feel like when guys get on like losing streaks and then they're going in and people think that because they don't care about whether or not they win or lose very much, that means the guy cares less, when it's the exact opposite. Like nobody has ever wanted to win a fight more than Tony Ferguson wanted to win this fight. And so when he did, it's the best thing I ever watched.
Yes, come on. Let's go, Tony. Come on. Oh, yes. And again, keep it on him. Keep it on him. Oh! Let's go, Tony. Yes! Yes! Come on, Tony.
One more guy.
Yes, come on. Let's go, Tony. Come on. Oh, yes. And again, keep it on him. Keep it on him. Oh! Let's go, Tony.
Bro, okay, here's another thing I'm going to say. A lot of these like events, you never know what you're going to get with like a Misfits boxing event or like some of these ones. You just have no idea what it's going to be. Sometimes they are the worst. Like every fight sucks. This over-delivered on a level that's kind of uncanny. Oh, and Dillon Danis, Dillon Danis fought?
Yeah.
In MMA, so like, because last night, and he just the dude moved in 15 seconds into the fight. He just snatched his head, fucking rolled him and guillotined him. Dude, Dillon is so fucking good at jiu-jitsu, dude. But yeah. Yeah, have a blessed weekend, brother. Thank you very much, Brian. Appreciate you. Dude, I didn't realize how much I wanted El Kukui to win until I saw him win and how happy it made me. But yeah, man. Like I said, I was at IBJJF World Masters watching. So like all I've seen is those 3 fights, and I just watched like the highlights of the 3 fights. And then whoa. It's easier to knock out with gloves on. This is not correct. This is definitely not correct. It's like, I mean, it changes the way that you box when you can use the big gloves to cover up, you know, and in many cases, it actually might make some people easier to knock out because they rely less on movement. And so they end up stationary. Because in both of those knockouts, I actually think you're right but not because you're wearing, like, it's because the guys who are the opponents are not good enough to recognize that they're relying on just covering up and then they're not moving. And, you know, those guys, they're going to find a way to punch you if you just sit there with big gloves. You wouldn't do that with small gloves. You would circle and move out of there. But in terms of like the glove itself, like it definitely doesn't make it easier to knock them out. I don't know if that's what you meant or not, but it's only easier. It's only easier if you care about breaking your hands. I mean, I think for the most part, depending on how big the gloves are, like a shot that's going to knock a person out with an MMA glove is probably going to also be, at the very least, be extraordinarily, like, I mean, there's obviously shots that knock people out with glove or no glove, but I bet that there would be like fewer shots than you think that like in an MMA glove are devastating. And if it's the boxing glove, like suddenly it's not. Like it doesn't really provide that much difference, but I mean, it is different. You were talking about boxing gloves. I'm sorry. What I didn't understand what you were saying. Then what did you mean? One time I was talking to Alan Belcher, and I you know, because he was the heavyweight bare knuckle champion, and I'm like, dude, I always watch. I'm like, how much different could bare knuckle be from like an MMA glove? He's like, it's fucking very different. I was like, oh, really? You know, like. I'm just here talking, dude. Just because I say something confidently doesn't mean I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And in the, you know, and that was a case where clearly I didn't know what I was talking about because I said it really like, come on, you know, MMA glove, bare knuckle. He's like, dude. And what he said was that where you really feel it is the jabs. Like a bare knuckle jab just bangs your bell every time. He said, and like, you know, I've been hit with a bare knuckle jab before, but not in that, you know what I mean? Like it's not apples to apples in my brain, but obviously he would know. I think this is a way for Danis to get into UFC. I mean, I don't know. Probably not, and I'll tell you why. Not because he wouldn't be an interesting guy to be in there, not because he couldn't make a run, because he could. The only reason I could see him not ending up in UFC is because Logan is such a vindictive little bitch. He's still continuing with the lawsuit against Dillon Danis at this point, which is completely insane. And if Prime is still a major sponsor of the UFC, then high probability Dana would run it by him first. And Logan's going to say no, because Logan's a fucking cocksucker. But I'm not sure if Prime is still, hang on, is Prime still a UFC sponsor? They still are a sponsor. They signed a multi-year partnership January 2023. All right. So at least as long, I would doubt that they're going to re-up that because I don't think Prime is making money not as much money as they were then, you know. But yeah, dude, congratulations to, I don't know what you do with Tony Ferguson, but the crowd loves him. And that's the thing is like if you're a promoter and you get into a building and the crowd responds to a fighter, fucking simple equation. The fighter wins, and he wins in spectacular fashion. You put him back in there. And here's the thing. In Tony's case, there is literally no upside at all in putting him up against someone who is like really good. You know, I'm not saying that as a knock on Tony at all. I'm saying no one wants to see him lose. We want to see him win. And no one really feels like we need to see him like challenged, you know, like Like, oh yeah, let's really challenge Tony Ferguson. Why? Obviously, we know Tony's past his prime, but we like him. We want him to make money. We want him to win. We think he deserves it. And he's one of those guys that like he should have had it all, and in UFC, just due to like bad timing, bad luck, we all know he didn't like make fuck you money. So like, give him fights he can win, and also don't give him fights that put him in tremendous danger of like catastrophic brain damage either. One thing that trips me out though, every time I talk about Tony Ferguson and then I really let myself think about it, is it trips me out that when people look at Tony Ferguson now, they see this like fragile end of the rope guy, because then I can kind of just close my eyes and transport myself back to like 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, where that guy was the most terrifying fucking person in the entire organization walking into the cage. And I don't even think that that's debatable. Like when he was really in his prime, like prime fucking boogeyman, you just looked and you're like, bro, this guy is not human. He is going to make you bleed before he breaks you, He had such fucking amazing fights back then, dude. It was so awesome. I still remember like when the only time I saw him fight in person was at UFC 274 in Phoenix when Chandler knocked him out with the front kick. And he had already lost a few in a row, but there was still like maybe he could get this back going into that fight. I think he had already lost 3 in a row though. And so it was already like, okay. But dude, when he walked into the cage and I was like in person looking at him and he had that fucking the wings tattoo on his back, I remember being like, holy fucking shit, dude. Like that's Tony Ferguson, like he's one of those guys that had huge aura, huge aura. I don't know. Listen, I was there. I don't know if anybody in the stream was there with me. I had a big group at that one. I brought like 22 total people, like a few of my friends and then a bunch of viewers of the channel who came. If anybody else was there, they could test it. Like we all thought he was dead, When am I going to start talking bare knuckle boxing? I would, but I am on this channel. I'm at least partially a slave to, I can only cover certain things because if I start talking about things that I want to talk about, but I know no one's going to click on, it just destroys me with the algorithm. It's like every video matters. If you put up a video and it's some bullshit topic you don't really care about, and then it does really poorly, and then the next one you put up does really poorly, the YouTube algorithm is like, oh, people don't care about his shit anymore. You can watch, like there are channels that have literally destroyed their channel by thinking that the answer is just as much content as possible. They don't understand how the algorithm works. It's like if you just start pissing everything up on your channel, and let's say you put up 5 videos a day and 2 of them are like pretty good and the rest are dog shit, keep doing that for a couple months. And what happens is it doesn't matter how good your videos are, they're not going to get suggested to anyone because 3 to 4 out of 5 of your videos people look at and don't click on. So like YouTube's like, well, they don't like his shit. So like I would love to talk about fucking bare knuckle, but I can't. You know what I mean? Chael was right about what? I'm about to go watch Chael. Actually, Chael fights tomorrow. But dude, this channel is Jesse on everything now. Just combined, Shab is the first one who told me that though, when I still had 2 channels. I think I lost that channel in 2022. But back then, Shab was like, dude, there's no reason for you to have 2 channels. He's like, fucking combine them. I was like, I don't know, man. I'm like, it's like completely other ends of the world. He's like, trust me, dude, combine them. He's the only one that said that. He ended up being right. Say what you want about fucking Shab. That dude is a stone professional when it comes to this business. Dude, I still do not understand why everyone got on Chael about his take. I'm going to tell you, okay, I asked Chael, in this case, I don't have any problem like reading a private message to you guys. This is like, because I asked him, I'm like, I had 1 million people hit me up asking about your take on Raja. Like, this is exactly what he said that his take was. And you guys tell me if this is not correct, because from what I saw, this is accurate. And so I'm like, I don't really understand why everybody's getting on him. He said, he found the attack disgusting, did not defend it in the least. He was just making a point that if he could go to a payphone in a 7-Eleven parking lot, called the police and verbally told them what Jackson did, that they would come and tell them that you did what Jackson did. They would personally come and put you in handcuffs. But the police are in possession of definitive proof, and they have not arrested him. And he was just explaining that the video that decision will solely be made of is based on whether the opponent chooses to press charges. But if the opponent chooses to act as though this was a script, it's going to get chopped up to wrestling. Okay, if that's what he's saying, he's 100% right. Okay, what he's saying is that, like, and again, if he said something different on his video, then I don't know. I didn't see him say that. But what he's saying, he was like, because of the environment that it's wrestling, all Psycho Stu would have to say is like, yeah, it was part of the show. And then boom, it's not a crime. Right? Like, so if Stu is not cooperating, that basically axes all of their evidence, is what his point was. And that's accurate. That's not, you know what I mean? I don't know. I didn't see his video though. So I don't know. That's what he said to me. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with that take at all. This would be in the hands of the local district attorney. Like, it's not, and I'm not actually sure. Do you know where the event actually happened? Like, do you know where because it'll be the local district attorney. It seemed like he was trying to give Stu a message not to press charges. I can't speak to that. I don't know. I don't know Chael's relationship with Rampage. Like, if Chael is super close with Rampage, I can understand why he would be trying to help Rampage's son. Like seriously, if Rampage's, like, let's say Chael and Rampage were best friends, like really, really close. You could understand why he would try to use any influence that he had to try to, I don't know, like push the thing in a direction that would help his best friend, I mean, I don't know. Again, I have no idea what the relationship is. I didn't see what he said. I'm just, he said they're friends. Right, dude. So, like, think about it. Like, I understand anybody being outraged or everybody being outraged watching the video. But if you take for granted that Chael is really good friends with Rampage and then put yourself in that position, like, imagine it's one of your super good friends. Like, if you're, if you're 50 years old or 40 or whatever, it's one of your best friends and that guy's kid did this and you have a big platform. Like, are you going to go on there and be all fucking bury him under the jail? Or are you going to be like, look, maybe there's a way that this can work out for whatever? It's like, it's like real life. People who don't know anyone involved in this are just talking about a thing they saw on the internet. Like, there are real people on the other side of this. And if Chael's best friends with Rampage, I mean, this is not a hard equation to understand. Everyone, if they want to talk about it, just be like, okay, you need to take anything that Chael says with a grain of salt because he's best friends with Rampage. They don't need to act like Chael was trying to fucking bury some guy's wife and kids alive because he's trying to protect his friend. You know what I mean? Dude, the other thing too is the one thing that I did see Chael say was no, I understand. I'm not saying it to you guys. I'm just saying, generally speaking, like to anyone who's getting super bent out of shape at Chael, you're like, he's talking about one of his friends, man. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, oh, you know what? Doug Mana, he hit me up last night. I forgot he was supposed to text me today. Like, I talked to Doug, the guy who jumped in and pulled Raja off. It was super late. Like, it was like 2:30 in the morning. I was going to sleep because I was in Vegas, and he and I were going to talk. Oh, Dubs, you on here, dude? What's up, bro? Dubs says, I don't think DA needs Stu to press charges because it's all on video. Hours of Roger melting down. Yeah. But okay. So of course, agreed in any other situation. But what Chael's point was that because it's in a wrestling show, if Stu says that it was part of the show, then the DA is not going to press charges because, like, if it's part of the wrestling show and he's just like, yeah, I opted in. I told him to hit me as many times as he wanted. Like, he's saying that what his point was that would invalidate the evidence that's on the video because it's like you're just looking at a video of a show. You know what I mean? You're surprised Schaub didn't stick up for Raja since he's good friends with Rampage? Yeah, but I thought fucking Schaub handled that tactfully. Like, there's no position to stick up for Raja. Even if your friends, Rampage didn't even stick up for Raja. You know what I mean? Like, Rampage had the wherewithal to know sticking up for Raja is a stupid, like, it's indefensible. There's nothing you can say to defend him. And fucking Schaub knows that. You know? So, yeah. I mean, at the same time, if you're friends with Rampage, you probably fucking are careful about what you say related to what you hope happens. You know? But like what I was saying, Doug Mana, the guy who pulled him off, who he doesn't even want Raja to get some super long prison sentence, you know. But again, I don't necessarily agree with that though. Like when I watch that video, I'm like, that dude needs to go sit down. Like, especially because it's so public. You know, like there need to be like draconian repercussions for a person doing that. You know, it's and I understand how Strickland and them, you know, Strickland's like, listen. If I would have gotten a long prison sentence, what would have happened to me is I would have become a white supremacist and I probably would have killed people. It's like, all right, well, that's nice for you. But in this case, every person on earth watched this video. And so if you give them a short prison sentence, you're telling all of society that you can go in and on a whim, beat the fucking shit out of a guy, fracture his face, break all the fucking teeth out of his head, have him choking on blood and, you know, and then like when everybody's like, yeah, but you know, listen, let's not go too hard on him. Let's rehabilitate. Then you might get a light sentence. Like, no, you need to fucking bury him with a heavy sentence. You have to. You have to. I don't have any personal issue. Like, I don't have any problem with Raja as a person. For me, this is business. Like in terms of running a society business. It's like, this is cut and dry. Has nothing to do with who he is, who Rampage is, black, white, or otherwise. Someone does that. Everyone sees it. You need to set an example. You have to. You fucking have to. You don't have a choice. Yeah, I mean, I could get down with a 10-year sentence and he serves 7 or 6 or whatever. Like, no one's going to remember that shit in 6 years. But it needs to be a big sentence. Like even though when you are, if you can actually remove yourself from how you interpret the numbers that are in a sentence when you hear it in the like in the news, like if someone was like forget about time served, whatever, like someone's like, you are going to be put in prison for 5 years. To us, like as the, you know, viewers, that sounds like nothing. You know, you're like 5 years. What the fuck? Okay, here, how about right now? You person, you're going to go to prison for 5 years and just let your brain fucking wrap around that for a second. 5 years in prison. Okay, like those numbers are astronomically bigger than we interpret them as, you know, people who just read the news because we're conditioned to larger numbers. And so, you know, like if give him 10 and he serves 6, that's a long fucking time, dude. 6 years is a fucking long time to go to prison, especially when he's his age. Like it's going to fuck his life up completely. You know, he's going to come out when he's like, I don't even know how old he is, 24, 25, 26. He's going to come out in his like 30s. It won't, I mean, he could potentially have a life after that, but this is you know, it's a thermonuclear bomb dropped in the middle of his life. 5 years ain't nothing compared to what, you know? Rogan has not posted since July 2024. What? I don't know what that means. My childhood friend won't get out until 2044. Really hit hard when I realized I'll be like 52 when he gets out. I'm 29. Well, what did he do though? Like, what did he do to deserve that sentence or earn that sentence? I mean, listen, I mean, there obviously are exceptions to this rule, but like usually no matter what a person's done, you're going to find people that they have, you know, strong personal relationships with. But like, if you shoot somebody and they die, you still are a murderer, you know? It's unfortunate, but aggravated assault is what it'll end up with. I agree with that. I agree with that. Spend an hour in the bathroom without your phone and then imagine doing that for 5 years. That's what I always say. Well, I don't know about, yeah. I mean, yeah, pretty much. And you can't come out. Like, you can't come out. Go into your bathroom, can't come out. Just do 2 days. Like just lock yourself in your bathroom for 2 days full. Have someone bring you shitty ass food that you don't want, 2-3 times a day for 2 days. Just, see how long or how fast that time goes by, It's like when you're in the middle of you're in the middle of like banging your girl in Vegas. It's like, okay, oh dude, it's great. It's only fucking 11:30. And then you blink and it's fucking 2, but like you're sitting in the bathroom by yourself. You're like, oh, the highlight of the day is eating the sandwich. You eat the sandwich. You're all, the guy had to have been 2 hours. It's like, no, it's been 90 seconds. You're all, you know what I mean? All right. I'm going to jump though, because I love you guys. Takeaways are A, Dillon Danis is a fucking problem in MMA, like I've been saying forever. B, he would smash Logan in a real fight. C, Darren Till against Logan Paul or against Jake Paul is the move. Or if you really want to make me happy, Darren Till against Logan Paul, But Jake Paul against Till, that's the fucking move. And congratulations, Tony Ferguson. And I love you guys. I'm going to CJI. Bye-bye. What, dude? I don't do fucking coke, guy. Okay. I will put that on the platform specifically so all the kids and people know I don't do fucking blow, guy. Bill, have I done blow in Vegas or ever in front of you? Have you ever seen me do blow ever?
Never seen it.
There you go. Bill would fucking know I don't do blow. All right. Love you guys. Bye-bye.